Hi guys, we're gonna get started soon. Hi guys, we're going to get started in a second. It's really good to see some of you guys on here nice and early. Daniel, Bianca, Neil, Karim. We're waiting for a couple more people to jump on. I'm really excited, guys. Simon's a 3-star diamond director, and he's one of my mentors that I've been working closely with. So I'm really excited for you guys to learn from him. He came to Australia in, when was it? Not long ago, May. No, it wasn't long ago at all. And we learned so much from him. And you know, he's been really guiding me during my business and teaching me lots of things. So I'm going to make Simon the presenter, and he's going to share with us a little bit about how we can help Jade and how we can all help you guys to hit your ranks so you can hit your goals. So I just wanted to thank Simon for his time, for giving us his time to talk on the call this evening. Thanks, Simon.
Okay, testing audio. Testing audio. Testing, testing. Okay, I can't hear you for some reason, Amy. Can you say something so I can hear you?
Hi, Simon.
Okay, good. All right. So, Amy, I guess whenever you want to start, just let me know. I'll just wait for you to cue me in.
We're good to go. Thanks, Simon.
Okay. So, you all can hear me, and we will get started. Hold on. Let me just make sure I can share my screen here. Let's see. Once, sorry about this. Hold on. I'm just not used to using this Google Hangout, and it's not sharing the correct screen. So I think this is the problem. All right. Okay, I got it. So you all can hear me? All good? All right. Let me just one more thing to do. All right. So good evening, good morning, everyone. I guess it's good morning here. It's 4 a.m. out here, and I'm a morning person. And one thing I've learned from my mentors is almost a lot of the self-made millionaires, even people like that I know, also people like Donald Trump, they're all early morning risers, right? So, but 4 a.m. is a little bit too early for me. 3:30 is a little too early. But the reason I'm here is really for you guys have a really special leader here in Jade. Okay, and every time I see someone that really wants to have hunger and desire for success, and, part of success is helping people that want to be successful. And when you see someone that has the drive and have the desire, I just felt like I wanted to be out here and to help her. So because it's very, very rare, okay, to find out. You guys have a really special leader, and also Aimee as well. And one of the things I learned when I started the business is always, successful people, when they become successful and they find someone who have the same drive and determination to be success, you kind of have like a soft spot on this, like a soft spot in the heart to help someone like that. I have had along the way, even a lot of people in the company in USANA and also people who are not in USANA, who are like self-made millionaires. When I first started out, they saw someone who was hungry, and they helped me, and that's the reason I'm here. And even now, I'm still growing my businesses to the next level. There are people who I look up to. When you find someone who really wants it, you should help that person. That's the way the world goes. What comes around goes around. So that's why I'm here, really for Amy, but also really for Jade. I mean, it's just incredible. She's got like a wedding coming up. She's got like a toddler, almost 3-year-old. And by the way, I have a 3-year-old son, so I know how it's like. For those who are about to have kids, like Giselle, you realize how easy you have it right now. And it's all about time management, but it can be done. So for someone like Jade, who's a mom, getting married, and still going on the gold run, it's really incredible. Okay, that is something. It shows a lot of focus and discipline. And so why is this? You say Jade's going to this gold run. Maybe you're new, right? What's the big deal? Why is it even relevant to you? Because what does it have to do with your business, right? Isn't it just like for Jade? Well, you have to understand how network marketing works. How USANA works is the leader makes a huge impact on your team. All right. Part of my success was I had a good mentor, a good leader. Okay, you all have a great leader, Amy. I've been working with her, coaching with her for a year. Very caring, giving, and also she's learning. Okay, Jade is growing. When your leaders grow, your business will grow because people join you, but they also join your team as well. Okay, you will learn quicker. So that's why this rank advancement run is extremely important. It has an impact on your business. Okay, now if you're new in the business, it may not seem like you may not get it yet, and trust me, you probably won't get it immediately. But it's really important. Okay, I'll share with you. When I first started, I had no success. By the way, if you're new, not to discourage you, it took me 42 people to get my first sign up. Okay, 42 people. Why that long? It's not because the company didn't work. It's not because network marketing doesn't work. MLM is a scam or whatever. It's because my skills sucked. I had no skills. I didn't know how to prospect. I wouldn't know how to speak. I wouldn't be able to do a training like this. I speak fast. I have a Chinese accent. I have a lisp. I'm all screwed up, right? So, but if you apply yourself and do it consistently, everyone can be successful. And so that's why I did a little bit. But one of the things that did help me too is at that time my mentor, he was going. And I'll tell you the difference between working with a good person and not. My original upline didn't do much. Wasn't a leader, So that's why that also contributed to taking me 42 people, like 2 months, and earning no money. I spent like $2,000. I've been on 200-point order since the first day. I didn't even know a 100-point order existed, right? But the guy who sponsored me, nice guy, but not a leader. Not like a Jade, not like an Amy, right? So what happens is I didn't grow much. And then this guy comes out, starts coming and working with me, and immediately, as someone like Amy, just pushing, going hard, he went for a rank advancement. He went from a Ruby to Emerald, and that gave me momentum to go. So if you really want this business, this is an awesome time to pick up momentum, right? To make a push, because some of you may actually directly benefit from customers or downlines. But even if you don't get any downlines under you during this time, you still grow because, why? Because of the momentum, the excitement. And part of this business, actually 90% of this business is all mental. Okay? All mental, all about you. And I'm going to talk about a few things about commitment. So before we start talking about that, let me ask you something. How many of you actually believe this is $1 million business? How many of you, and I'm going to show you a few things that maybe Amy probably even seen before. How many of you believe this is $1 million business? Okay, anyone else believe this is $1 million business? I mean, you here on the Sunday night, early on this training, you could be doing other things. How many of you actually believe you're doing $1 million business? Who else? So Neil, do you believe this is $1 million business? Jude, do you believe this is $1 million business? Anyone else? Hey, can you all hear me? All right, so one of the things with my trainings, I like to be interactive. right? I don't want you to be, if you're on Facebook or looking at something else, turn that rubbish off, because you hear, you could be doing that stuff. I want you to focus and pay attention. And I want to share some things that you will probably never seen before. But I'm not going to do anything unless I see you all paying attention. Or you could be, you could be sleeping like Obi, my dog here. All right? So, okay, some of you have internet issues. Okay, that's okay. So it's $1 million business, right? Now I'm going to show you a few things right now that I don't want anyone to take I want to show something with you, right? Share my screen, and I don't want any one of you to take any pictures. Okay? I don't want you to share this around. But if you have any doubt that this is $1 million business, I'm maybe going to share a few things that will make you think twice. Okay? So again, what I'm about to show you here is not what I make on a weekly basis. It's not what I have, I do it all the time. But this is the amount of money you can make in this business. Okay, again, I'm not telling you how much I make. I'm not saying everyone can make this, but this is what's possible in USANA. This is one of my weekly checks. Okay, you all see this at the corner here? I guess I should make it a highlight here, all right? You all see this? Is this big enough? Hold on a second. Make sure you see this. All right, what's the number there? Okay, folks, that is a week check, right? What you can make in this business. So if you're thinking about I'm sorry my language, half-ass in this business, maybe you should think twice. It's $1 million business. Because one of the problems, especially if you're new, is that you don't treat it. You say it's $1 million business. That's what I want to, but you don't treat it like $1 million business. The commitment is not there. Right now, I know you are very different. Your commitment is there. You're on Sunday, but I want to make you even have a stronger commitment, right? So let's see. You see this number, right? 12. Let's take a look at this. What number is this? A weekly check. Okay, what do you see now? Right? If you have any doubt this is $1 million business, it's time to, that's what I said. If you have Facebook or all the rubbish off, start paying attention of what this business can do for you. Right? Now, even if you made this income once, that's 1 week what most people make in half a year, third of a year. Right? So what number do you see now? I just want to make sure you guys have the screen. You see the screen properly. What number do you see now? If someone can type it in. Okay, what number? All right. So do you really believe this is $1 million business? If you still have any doubts, let me show you a few other things. Okay? What number do you see now? What number do you see now? Okay. That is a 1 week check, right? 1 week. Which is, it took me when I first started, it took me 42 people to get my first sign up, okay? But I knew this business works. Okay, so around maybe you can refresh a page and wait for it, okay? And you can see which number there is now. Okay, some of you still see 16K. Let me know when you see 20, okay? In 1 week. All right, 1 week. Okay, what you can make. Now, I'm not telling you everyone's going to make that money, but if you're willing to pay the work and be creative, think, go through the tough times, and this business, now let me ask you, you think it's worth it? If you're going to work hard, the 20 grand in a week, is that worth it to work hard, make the commitments, to make sure you invite people to meetings, right? Now, in the beginning, I'm telling you, my first year in the business, I didn't make that much. Okay, my first year in the business, I tell you, my first 2 months in business, I made zero. Okay, you can say I lost over $2,000. Technically I didn't lose money because I got it back in health and all that, but okay, I didn't make any money. But afterwards, keep applying. This is what you can get. All right, be in the business, not quitting, staying. It's $1 million business. Now, just so if you're really convinced, okay. Now what do you see? This is 1 week. So wait for your screens to refresh. Okay, it's like $41,796 in 1 week. Okay, what do most average people make in 1 year in Australia? What is the average annual salary of a university graduate? Right, 50K. Basically, in 1 week, you can make what most people make in 1 year. Okay, so when you have these negative friends that say, oh, MLM doesn't work, I just have to screw off, okay? When you make a check like this, then come back and talk to me, you loser. That's what you say to those people who are negative and haters, who don't believe it, okay? Just tell them, like, screw off, shut up. You people who are negative, nagging, they just shut up, go away, get out of my life, man. When you make this money, then you come back and talk to me. Because this business, folks, works, okay? It works. Now, I'm not saying every one of you are going to make 40, but that's what's possible, okay? It's what's possible. Again, I'm not saying this is not what I make every week. It's not what I make, it's not what I'm making every week or what I make, but this is what is possible. These are the type of checks I've gotten. Okay, you can make the money. Okay, if you're talking about like job, what can you do in your job, right? Your job, okay, it gives you some income, but how much can you, even if you work the hardest and you do the best, how much income could you make? How much could you increase? In this business, there's no limit. You willing to put in the hard work, you can get it. All right? So you want to put in the hard work, commitment. So what do I mean by commitment? Okay, having urgency, prospecting, urgency. Okay, urgency means you gotta go bring people to your meetings. Okay, stop putzing around and treat it seriously. Urgency, like self-development. I get up, once this course is about to be over, I actually have another training call I do for this course I'm doing. I'm going to do some reading, right? Prospecting, reading, working on yourself. If you have like a friend that says they don't have money for 3 business centers, don't wait to don't wait for them to get the money. No one ever has the money. Okay, by the way, that's a tip. No one ever has the money. They'll always come with some lame excuse. Right? If you tell someone, hey, you can make $42,000 in a week, do you think someone will come up with the money? Everyone will come up with the money. But probably the reason why they say they have no money is normally because you're not confident enough. They're buying you. Okay? They're buying you. So if everyone, some people I know that financially maybe they have tight, okay? But everyone can get started with one business center. So don't wait until if you have a prospect wants to sign up, don't wait until they have the money to get signed up. Just sign up with one business center. Get them to be because what happens is if you let people off. I have actually a weird story because I signed up myself, right? But I'm grateful. So no one actually told me about USANA. I actually did my research and found out this was the best business. That's how I got started. But I'm grateful for my upline. My upline, who didn't help me much, not my mentor who helped me, but the upline, because he got me started. If it wasn't for start, I wouldn't have had this income. So that's number one part of success is gratitude. You should be grateful for Jade, grateful for Aimee, because they got you on this training, right? Some of you are being motivated right now. It takes a lot of work and leadership coordination to set up this stuff. Be grateful you're in the business, and then make the most out of it. So you got to have the urgency. You got to be inviting. Invite your guests. And this business is about going through people quickly. Okay? If they're not interested, don't worry about it. You move on. You find someone else because there are a ton of people out there who are interested. And you never know who's going to be interested, who's not. Aimee was using the products, had no interest in doing the business for a while. Right? You never probably thought I would have been interested in business. And by the way, there's never a bad prospect. There's a time when if you talk to me for a certain time in my life, I would never have been interested. But then I just got sick and tired of my job. I could never increase. So you're out there. You want to talk to as many people as possible, having the urgency. If you want to hit income quicker, you just talk to more people. Okay. You got invite to events. This is $1 million business. You have literally folks, you have $1 million at stake. That's the type of income you can make, but it's $1 million at stake, right? If you putz around and I don't know if you understand putz around means in the US. It's just like fool around, don't treat it serious, treat it like a hobby. You get a hobby income, right? Hobby income, you make $100 a year. It's a hobby, right? But if you're serious, this is the amount of money you can make. So you got to go book your appointments, right? I know there's some good leaders here, like Bianca's working really hard. That's good. Keep focused. And there'll be times like Giselle, like Aimee was telling me you went to Melbourne and you talked to a lot of people, but then couldn't get the signups, right? That's okay. That's happened to all of us. Okay, that is part of the learning. Part of the learning process, part of the journey to success. And when you want to, part of success is like if things don't work out well, you ask yourself, how can you make it better? Okay, how can you make it better? What can you do to be different? Right? How can it work? How can I make it work? Never, the unsuccessful people say, oh, this doesn't work. They give reasons why. Too expensive, products, no one likes supplements, or they give us all these lame excuses, okay? At the end of the day, everything's an excuse. You either make money or you make excuses. But the successful one, when things don't work out, they say, how can I make it work, right? So if you can't invite people, go look, and I'm not going to go into details here, but if you can't invite, then go and learn, take a training on how to invite people. Right? Aimee, you guys, your team, Jay, they have a good system teaches you how to invite. You can go to you can go to my website to teach you how to invite. There's always skills to learn, but it starts with your attitude. Last one I want to show you, $1 million business, just to make sure you're really convinced. Okay? I just changed the screen here. Now what do you see? Now what do you see? Okay, this is $1 million business. And sometimes, we like the products. There's a fun, you hang out with your friends, but you forget we're here to make money. So I don't know, can you see my screen? If you guys can type it in. I just changed it. So Andy, can you see? It's $45,870 in 1 week. Okay? 1 week. 1 week. What most people make in 1 year. Okay? So again, when you see this, and that's what's possible. Could your job give you this? Now, I'm not guaranteeing that you can make this, but it's possible. There are people doing it. I've done it. There are other people who have done it in USANA. It's possible. In your whatever job you're doing, that's not possible. At most, you get maybe a $5,000 increase a year, right? That is the beautiful part of this business, and not just that, it gives you time, like the stuff like I do with my kids and all that. It's because of this business. I have a coaching business now. How did that happen? Because of USANA, because of passive income, right? Even if I'm not working now, the income keeps coming in. That is the beautiful part. That's why you need to go be focused and be committed in this business, right? It's commitment. And commitment means, I'll tell you, there are times, and I'll share one thing with you, okay? And this is something that you should always remember. How many of actually have gotten to the point where, how many of you actually have hated the business before? Like, it really drives you nuts, USANA, and you kind of regret that you did this business. You question whether it is worth your time or not. How many of you ever had that moment? Okay, I know leaders like Aimee has had that moment. Jade has had that, had a moment where they're working so hard, you're just not working out, right? I'm telling you, and you want to quit. And you kind of regret, so why am I doing this dumb business? This stupid business is taking my time, stressing me out. Why am I putting so many hours? I'll tell you, when you ever had that moment, welcome to the club. Okay, that's when you know you're working hard enough. You got to work this business so hard that you hate it and you regret that you ever did it. Because it's when you hate it so much, that is when you're about the turning point. Okay, when you actually get something. I just read a really good book called The Obstacle is the Way, where like when you have the challenges and obstacles, that's when you grow. And for those who, like you said, you don't hate the business yet, that's good. Okay, that's you just getting started. Trust me, if you really working it and make this business your life, so you can earn this type of income, you will hate the business. It will get frustrated. But when you get frustrated, you can, hey, I'm going to quit and this doesn't work, and because there's so many reasons why it doesn't work, or you can actually say, hey, how can I make it work? And when you say how, that's where the answer, that's when you get your next breakthrough. Okay, so if you talk to your prospects and they didn't sign up, what did I say? Could I have done something different? How can you make it work? Right? That's really, it's about success. That's what success is about. And that's what this business teaches you. It gives you the mindset to be successful. Right? And the mindset to be successful can lead, some of you want to do other things in life. Right? Some of you want to do charity, some of you want to do other businesses, but the habits, the attitude, the approaches, doesn't matter what you do in life, there will be challenges. On a personal note, a lot of the stuff I learned from USANA helped me in my personal life, in my marriage and stuff like that. Okay, so because it's all about having the right attitude. And that's what this business is about, making a commitment and saying, hey, when you make a commitment, doesn't matter how bad it is, you're going to make this work. So that's basically what I wanted to share. Okay, just to remind you, this is $1 million business. I'll take a couple questions for 5 minutes or so. So one of the questions is a concern about spilling off points. There's two parts of spilling off points. There's one part is strategically planning with your team. If you're a leader, you got to plan with your team to save every point. Okay, getting enrollments, but maybe holding them off so that you can strategize for the points. Okay, that's one part of it from a leadership perspective. You got to be smart with your points. Another part about the points is if you have points, you should talk to Jade. Yes, you should talk to Jade. You should be working with people strategically managing the points. Okay. Now another point another perspective is there's the abundance, the law of abundance. Like you want to put off. When I say put off points, I'm not talking about putting it off for a month, okay, or 2-3 weeks. You can put if it's if you got to sign up on a Thursday, maybe check with Jade. Maybe you can put it on Sunday or Saturday after the cutoff. Okay, I'm not talking about like holding off for 2 weeks or holding off for 1 month, all right? But that's the law of lack of scarcity or lack of belief, is because there's tons of points out there, tons of sales to be made, right? So that I don't know if that answers your question, Amy. So I would advise you talk to Jade, but don't hold them off too long. Okay, I'll go for 5 more minutes. Do you have any? I'll spend some questions. Any questions? Any specific questions? All right, so commitment for rank. Like I said, rank advancement is important because people buy you. As you grow, people become attracted to you. Now, I showed this income of like $45,000 in a week. That didn't happen like my first year in the business. It took me like that. That was like 8 years in the business until I got that. Okay, but I was making decent income before that. But you want to make a commitment. Commitment is about talk about no action. It's $1 million business. Okay, like if you have $1 million business at stake. Do you have a risk? Do you have time to to waste time watching TV? Do you have time to skip out on meetings if you have $1 million at stake? Do you have time to, I don't feel like doing the business today. I'm just going to take a break. Think about it. If you invested $1 million in a McDonald's franchise, and do you like, oh, I don't feel like going to work today. I'm just going to stay at home. I'm not me. It's not me. You know, that's total BS. Okay, it's like you have $1 million, you make it happen. You don't want to go, then go do it anyway. You know, oh, I don't feel like doing it. Stop whinging. Shut up. Just do it. I have like a sign here. Oh no, my trophies are falling off here. See, it's like no whining. Well, I know in Australia it's because no whinging. Okay, there's no whinging. Okay, so you either make it happen or you don't. Okay, so you commitment. If you say, "Oh, I'm not committed. I don't show up. I don't," commitment is about going to trainings, attending events, and if you think you know it all, that's when you're in trouble. Okay, there's a good saying. You should write this down. You should write this down. It's what you learn after you know it all that matters in life. You should write that down. Okay, you're always learning. Online trainings. If you learn one thing, that's worth it. When you go to trainings, don't just learn for the content. Okay, come on, that's not $1 million business. Learn to see how things are done. So what do I mean by that? So if you got this webinar, maybe learn. There's a lot of things to learn at this webinar. You can not just study my message, but how do I present? How did I show my slides? The order I showed the slides in. How did I highlight the numbers in red? How do I set up my room? How do I set up my mic? I have a special mic here, Stan. Why do I have that set up? How did Amy introduce me? How do I ask questions? There's so many things to learn in the training. How does Google Plus work? How does Google Hangout work? What's the recording option? How do we do this? How do you make the training exciting? So when there's so many things to learn. Like I learned today how Google Plus. I don't use this webinar platform, right? So when you attend online training, one of the reasons why you need to attend the training, any training, is if you know what, we end up doing things that we focused on, right? If you don't stay on the training in the business, it's very easy for us to be distracted and doing other things. Okay, so the trainings help you stay motivated in the business, because this business is very times, and most of the time, beats the crap out of you, and you hate the business. Right? Why is it important to be engaged? Because when the recording, you're just not engaged. Right? You're not. It's like why do you why go to the movie theater to watch a movie? Why don't you just watch a DVD? This is the same experience. It's a total. Why should you go to a live sporting event? Why just watch TV? Oh, even better. Why don't you just watch the recording of the sporting event? Right? Because it's not the same. You don't get the experience. There's things that you capture. You want to be there. Make the time. Again, it's $1 million. Okay, you have $1 million at stake. If you have $1 million invested, are you going to say, I don't have time to go to online trainings? If you have $1 million, it's $1 million there, right in front of you. And I just showed you what can be possible in this business. If you ever lack motivation, just imagine you have $1 million invested. And really, your $1 million is your $1 million to lose. The opportunity is there. Right? You're going to screw it up, or you're going to do what it takes. If you want to, I'm telling you, you want to screw it up, then don't go to meetings. Don't show up for them. Don't have urgency. Get off order. You're going to lose your $1 million. Go screw it up. But if you do the right thing, attend trainings, constantly learn to get better, then the money will be there for you. It's as simple as that. It's about your commitment and making that decision that I am going to go for it. Because if you don't do this, what else can you do? What else are you going to do? And maybe you have an option. Maybe most of you probably don't. For me, I didn't have an option. I want to make money. I couldn't. I want to be a millionaire. My job was not going to be doing it. Right? So some of you are very excited. Go take that excitement and go there and apply it. Prospect. Okay? You all can do this for the team. Now, your excitement will be shot down, Neil. You talk to some prospects, some people think you're crazy. Some people will say, oh, that guy Simon, he's just making up these numbers. Some people will say that's a scam. They're just trying to, Neil, those things don't work. Okay? Or Simon's one of the rare person, 1% that makes it. The 99% don't make it. They're going to say that to you, right? And part of success is, hey, knowing I'm going to stay focused, right? I don't care what other people say. I see this is my business, right? You have your opinion, I have my opinion. I'm going to do what I'm going to do. All right, everyone, my time is up, but this is $1 million business. Like I said, it's changed my life, not just in terms of money. Money, it's not about the money. But money gives you time. Gives you time to do a lot of things. Gives you freedom to do a lot of things. And whether it's hanging out with friends, family, that is really important. And you're probably very motivated now to go out there, build a business, do something. And if it doesn't work, always ask yourself, how can you make it work? Not why does it work, because it does work. How? And I've been through tons of rubbish, times where I hated the business, want to quit, but I always challenge myself, how can I make it work? And if you do that, you see your success, and you can grow together as a team. And right now, just go out there, and like I said, Jade's a great leader. That's why I'm here. It's very early. 99% of the city is still sleeping. I'm here. You guys have a great leader in Aimee and Jade, and just make it happen. And like I said, for someone who's planning a wedding, and I've been through that, and still go for gold and with a toddler, it's really incredible. These type of leaders are 1 in a million. So let's all make it happen. All right. All right, God bless you all. If you want trainings, you always go to my website, simonwchan.com. If you want some trainings, you should definitely read my blog that comes out. I'll actually be coming out with more training posts. I actually just started that last week. So new website design, new trainings, go check it out. And so make it happen. And you have 2 more weeks to go. Let's finish it strong. Let's do it for the team. All right, good night, everyone.